Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. A Hazleton woman who's no stranger to the law was arrested Thursday after a drug deal was witnessed by police. An officer on patrol witnessed the drug sale between 28-year-old Hilda Mora Polanco and another man in the area of 2nd Street and Lafayette Court. Mora Polanco allegedly had a pack of heroin in her fanny pack in plain view. Police also found she had heroin, crack cocaine, and marijuana in her possession. She was sentenced back in 2017 to 24 months probation for witness intimidation after her brother was charged in a shooting death in Hazleton. After Thursday's arrest, she was charged with possession with intent to deliver and possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. She's now locked up after failing to post $50,000 bail. West Hazleton police seized several narcotics and took a man into custody after a months-long investigation. Police executed a search warrant at 18 South Warren Street Thursday, where they found around 40 grams of crack cocaine, a Glock pistol, scales, and a large amount of drug packaging materials. 32-year-old Randall Bruton Scott of West Hazleton was arrested and charged with possession with intent to deliver and possession of a prohibited firearm. He's had one other drug arrest on his record and was on parole for a delivery offense. He was arraigned and taken to Luzerne County Prison, and his bail denied because, according to court documents, he's a danger to society. One man was taken to the hospital and another faces charges after a shooting incident Wednesday in Whitehaven. According to police, 18-year-old Nicholas Nowinski was holding a .45 caliber pistol when it went off, striking another man in the buttocks. John Joseph Brescia told police he was sitting on a bed in his friend's room Wednesday evening when he was shot. He went home and had his mother take him to the hospital. When police went to Nowinski's home, he refused to answer questions and told them his father said to keep his mouth shut. He was arrested and arraigned Thursday and taken to Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $5,000 bail. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for July 11th. Police in Carbon County say a man is locked up after robbing a bank yesterday morning. Investigators say Jody Chrisman was arrested just a few minutes after robbing the Key Bank near Lehighton. Authorities say when they picked Chrisman up, he still had the money he stole from the bank. He's now in the Carbon County Prison on $150,000 bail. Authorities searched a home Thursday in West Mahanoy Township where they found over $10,000 worth of drugs and items of contraband. State Police, the Drug Task Force, local police, and the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office executed a search warrant for a room at the Motel 6 near Frackville. There, they seized meth, LSD, suspected fentanyl, pills, and marijuana. The search also uncovered 2 loaded firearms and over $2,000 in cash. As a result of the search, 34-year-old Aaron Gray of Frackville was charged with possession with intent to deliver, persons not to possess firearms, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was scheduled to be arraigned by Judge Christina Hale in Frackville. The Hazleton Area School Board will start voting next week to continue moving forward in their district expansion process. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has the details on last night's planning meeting.
A plan to cut libraries in half to add 12 classrooms appealed more to Hazleton Area School Board members and librarians last night after the architect proposed making room for books by putting computers on carts and wheeling them into classrooms instead of housing them in the library.
I think books are important. I know the computers are now in, the kids are using computers, but I don't think that a computer could take the place of a library book. Absolutely not. I'm so glad that they gave us the opportunity to be here because it was very helpful, very understanding. I feel more comfortable now of the things that they are doing. And I understand that nobody wants to raise taxes. I certainly don't want to see that either. There is a need of classrooms, in our district, and I think this is a great way of doing that.
The board wanted to reassure the public that the libraries were always going to stay open and they don't plan to discard any books. The board agreed to put a motion about libraries on the agenda for its next meeting, June 27th, where they also plan to adopt a budget.
And again, it's fine. We will take whoever comes. We just need to make the space, and that's what we're looking at doing here. Incorporating the availability of our paras that work in the libraries and having their input is crucial to this process as well. So having them available to us, if the board decides to go in this direction next week, to look at that process and having them involved. And again, we want to do it once. We want to do it the right way one time. We don't want to have to revisit it again and again.
Now, 9th through 12 needs attention. A fight in the high school cafeteria back in February motivated the board to ease tensions by reducing the number of students in the high school.
Our STEM building is close to capacity, if not at capacity, within a few, maybe 20 students. Our Career Center has a little bit of capacity that we could move some students into that area, but again, they may not be looking for a career or a trade, so we don't want to pigeonhole them into a specific building, but really the high school is full at this point in time.
Nearly 50 special education students have to travel outside the district to private for-profit companies. If 9th grade leaves the high school, the board would turn 12 of the classrooms in the lower level into a full-time special education center, allowing the district to provide education right on campus.
The opportunity for these students to be with typical peers, that's the spirit of the law. And for them to be able to be in classrooms, go on field trips, that's something that's not available to them right now. Something as simple as lunch, to have a lunch with someone that you would never get to maybe know, and develop friendships and understand that we're more alike than we are different. That's the beautiful thing, and that's what we're so excited about here.
Board member Robert Mahalik said the Bureau of Special Education came in and gave Hazelton the green light on their end to move forward, and, given his background in special education, couldn't be more excited to bring their kids back to Hazelton. Reporting in Hazel Township for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
A former hotel in downtown Hazelton may soon be renovated into an apartment building for residential living. The Hazelton Zoning Hearing Board approved a special exemption by Post Road Construction at Thursday's hearing. The company plans to convert the former Altamont Hotel on Broad Street into a 67-unit apartment building. The plans also include for the building's ground floor to be used for retail space. The first floor would be used as a lobby, dining room, kitchen, and lounge. The developer must now submit the plans to be reviewed for uniform construction code compliance and inspection. When construction begins, it's expected to take 15 months to complete. Quality of life violators in the city of Hazelton, beware. The Hazelton Police Department announcing that targeted enforcement begins this week. Police will be cracking down on excessive noise complaints, fireworks, and other nuisances. Police Chief Jerry Speziale said that for far too long, quality of life violations have gone unenforced, with bad actors continuing bad behavior to the detriment of the community, and that, he says, is about to change. Residents will be seeing additional officers on patrol throughout the city. Coming up on Wyln News, where tuition is going up, plus Pennsylvania unemployment numbers are staying low. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Summer officially arrived at 11:54 a.m. today. Make the most of the weekend if you enjoy the sun. We'll be right back.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazelton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazelton and at the Laurel Mall.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
It's Hemi again from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua to let you know we're going topless during the Jeep Celebration event, where you get the lowest prices and no sales gimmicks. So head into summer in a new Jeep from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where there's no bones about getting dealer invoice pricing every day.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Residents of Luzerne County will have to pay more to enroll at Luzerne County Community College. That's after their budget was approved last week. Tuition increasing by 3% for county residents. The board approved a $45.1 million budget June 13th. The new tuition rates will be just over $2,000 per semester, or just over $4,000 for the year for full-time students. That's an increase of $60 per semester. Part-time students can expect to pay $134 per credit, an increase of $4. Out-of-county residents will be charged double tuition, while out-of-state students will be charged triple tuition. Top Pennsylvania lawmakers are assembling a budget package that's due ahead of the July 1st start of the fiscal year. But behind-the-scenes disagreements remain, and rank-and-file lawmakers are awaiting the details. The first votes on the budget legislation are expected Monday. Democratic Governor Tom Wolf and leaders are staying quiet about their disagreements as hundreds of pages of budget legislation are being drafted. Today, the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry releasing its unemployment situation report for May. Pennsylvania's unemployment rate was unchanged over the month, remaining at a record low set in April of 3.8%. State records go back to 1976. The national rate at 3.6% was also unchanged from April. The Commonwealth's unemployment rate declined by 0.5 percentage point from May of 2018, while the national rate was down 0.2 over the same period. 'Tis the season for road construction in Pennsylvania. This week, officials with PennDOT stopped by the WYLN studios to shed some light on what you can expect this summer.
Like they say, there are two seasons in Pennsylvania, winter and construction. With so many rainy days, PennDOT is condensing many of its projects into days when the weather is good enough to get out and work. Though some projects can be done during the wet weather, others are put on standby.
But one of the issues that we run into is that, especially when you're dealing with something like pothole repair, where all that's protecting our workers from the cars and their life are the little orange cones along the road. Stuff like that really can't be done in the rain because it's a safety concern. What the rain also does is that it ends up putting more on our plate. So not only do we end up delaying the work that we would have been doing if it wasn't raining, but the rain also means that we're now doing more grass cutting for safety issues.
One of the most common questions PennDOT receives is, why do they use oil and chip?
If you think of oil and chip sort of like a preservative, like a sealant that you would put on your driveway, what we do with that is we find roads that are in fairly good condition. By putting the oil and chip down, it's like a sealant, and it helps protect the road. It gives it more life, many more years. And so we will go out and we will do it on roads that are in fairly good condition, and we'll also, that's the reason that we're doing it, is to add that life to the road.
PennDOT also urges people to stay safe on the roadways. That's why it offers coffee break programs to benefit both travelers and nonprofit organizations.
Sometimes when we're traveling, especially over the 4th of July, you want to get out, take a break, stretch your legs, grab a cup of coffee, something to eat, and you can go to one of the big franchises, or you'll see these signs all along the interstate that says free coffee ahead. It is. It's technically completely free. Now, most of the time they'll have a little donation jar out there, and these are the Boy Scout groups from our area, fire companies, Little League groups, church groups that go out there, and it's a great way for them to do some fundraising. So we always encourage people, stop, stretch your legs, get out, grab a little bite to eat, a cup of coffee, and help out one of the local organizations just with some of their fundraising.
It is also very important to stay alert when driving through construction zones to protect highway workers and other motorists. To find out more about active construction zones and other traffic-related issues, you can visit PA 511. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And coming up on Hunlock Creek's News Choice, getting ready for Rockin' the River in Community and You. Plus, Hazleton celebrating the 4th on the 3rd. Start making your plans. Stay with us.
What a view. This is just gorgeous.
Beautiful. Pennsylvania has had a great history with trains in the 19th and 20th century. The Poconos has had a big part in that history.
Trains and the Poconos on this edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine.
We are in Honesdale, PA, and it's a great place in American history because it's the birthplace of the American Railroad, right, Tim?
That's correct, Chris. 189 years ago, the first commercial steam locomotive to turn wheels on rails happened right here in downtown Honesdale, and we're still doing it today. A variety of different trips that we run between an hour and a half to 3.5 hours along the Lackawaxen River here in northern Pocono Mountains. And also a lot of theme trains like Easter Bunny, Christmas, and one of the beautiful sights that you can see of the northern Pocono Mountains.
The Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway can be found right here in downtown Jim Thorpe. It offers an unparalleled view of the beautiful scenic Pocono Mountains. Conductor Bill, give us an idea of what we can find here.
We have regular trips that run throughout the year, but one of the special trips they have is our bike train. And that goes 26 miles up. We drop you off, you get the pedal back. It may sound really difficult, but it really isn't because it's all a 2% downhill.
In the 1800s, coal mining was a staple in America, and in some ways it still is today. Railroading and coal mining are inseparable, right, Scott?
Well, Chris, here at the No. 9 Mine Museum in Lambsford, we are surrounded by the artifacts of coal mining. And of course, all the coal was shipped out by rail. They are inseparable issues. And you can also tour the coal mine, which is the oldest coal mine you can tour in America. And it's one of the 3 here in the Poconos that are available for people to visit.
There's so much to do in the Poconos. Come visit us.
To learn more, please visit us at PoconoMountains.com/magazine.
Welcome to Community and You, and today we're talking with Luzerne County Manager David Pedri, and today we're talking about Luzerne County fun. Lots of fun in Luzerne County.
We try.
What do you have coming up?
This summer, we're finally doing something positive for the community. Let's draw some attention to the good things that we're doing here. July 12th, 19th, and 26th, free concerts. Once again, I'm going to say that again. Free concerts for anybody who wants to come at the riverfront right next to the courthouse.
Now explain to our viewers where exactly that is, because there's a lot of riverfront by the courthouse.
There's a beautiful Millennium Front Park right next to the Luzerne County Courthouse, right across from Kings and Wilkes. And we're hoping you would come down from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on those days, listen to some great bands. There is free parking, and if you don't want to drive, LCTA is also providing free busing that day.
That's awesome. Now, who's coming and when?
On July 12th, we have Yellow Brick Road, which is an Elton John tribute band. We're super excited about these individuals coming to Luzerne County. They play all over the nation, and with the Elton John movie coming out right now, it's so appropriate to have them here. And we're hoping to have on the 19th will be The Miz and National Reserve. They're national touring acts with rock, bluegrass, country backing. They're really amazing. And on the 26th will be a County Lines and a Proud Monkey will open for them. They're a Dave Matthews tribute band. These bands that we're talking about are similar to Party on the Patio at the Mohegan Sun Casino. They are top-level tribute bands, and we're hoping people come out to see them.
Free.
Free. Let's say it again. Free. Free concerts, free parking, free travel down here. Listen, the only thing you have to pay for is if you want to buy a drink, you want to buy something to eat, but just come down and enjoy yourself.
And you have drinks and food available, correct?
Yeah, we talked about this for a long time. Susquehanna Brewing Company is going to be our beverage sponsor, and they're a local Luzerne County brewery, and they've provided, they'll provide for people of age. You can get a beer, you can get a drink, you can enjoy yourself, or you can just come out and have a cup of coffee, a soda. We have 5 food trucks down there as well. We all took a vote. It's not going to rain. We've already decided. So the committee's already worked on these things. So it's going to be a nice day out. So whether or not you want to drink or want to eat or not, just come out and enjoy yourself at the riverfront.
Now, in case someone is watching and then they think, oh, I can't remember, where can they go for information?
I want to go to LuzerneCounty.org, www.luzernecounty.org, or visit LuzerneCounty.org. Our Tourism Bureau is doing some phenomenal things, and that's the Tourism Bureau website. Visit LuzerneCounty.org. I would encourage your viewers, if you haven't been to that website recently, go on it. See the amazing things that we're doing in Luzerne County, northeastern Pennsylvania. When people say there's nothing to do on the weekends here, they're wrong. There is an amazing amount of things to do here, but you have to go out and search for them, and this is going to be one of them. Come on out.
And David told me that if you have something that you would like to suggest, do what?
They should reach out to me. My information is right on the Luzerne County website. I will get a lot of emails, I'm sure, to fill some potholes and do those types of things. And we do those things as well. But it comes down to Parks and Recreation. It comes down to what we're trying to do here. It comes down to drawing attention to what we have. And we have a beautiful $20 million park that was put in by the Army Corps of Engineers. We're not utilizing it, but let's utilize it going forward.
I love the fact that he already has the weather taken care of as well. And you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. We're going to be enjoying ourselves. We're going to have a great day. Come on out, please.
I couldn't say it better than that, except see you again on Community and You.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Monday, jury selection got underway Monday morning in Luzerne County Court in the murder-for-hire plot accusations against a Drums woman. 64-year-old Agnes Marsicano was on trial for a felony count of solicitation to commit murder. Prosecutors say Marsicano contacted an unidentified informant back in December of 2017 to take out her ex-husband's white picking. Acting on the tip, an undercover Hazleton police officer met the woman who offered her house, jewelry, and a cash payment. She's currently being held in Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Tuesday, fire crews in Luzerne County were called to an early morning fire in Rice Township. They got the call to the home on Church Road in Rice Township around 2:30 and found flames shooting from the structure when they arrived. No one was living in the home at the time, and initial reports were that the home in Mountaintop was destroyed. Pennsylvania State Fire Marshal was looking for a cause. Wednesday, Hazleton police cracked a home invasion cold case from July of 2014. Police say that's when the victim suffered traumatic injuries when he was beaten and left lying in the street with both hands tied behind his back. He told officers he was beaten inside his home on Fulton Court by 3 men. It was also discovered the men made off with over $4,000 in jewelry. Fast forward to this week, when police say they arrested Xavier Miranda and Juan Rosario, charging them in the incident. Police were still on the lookout for Fresnetti Martinez. Thursday, a disturbing case of animal neglect in Schuylkill County was reported to authorities. Police in Hillside SPCA were called to a home in Klingerstown in Monontoga Township. There they found dozens of dogs, donkeys, cats, and the remains of a number of dead dogs. The home on Ridge Road is owned by Vincent Weist. The living animals that were found were suffering from skin infections and overall in bad health. State police filed charges of animal cruelty against Weist, among other possible crimes. He was not at home as of Wednesday night and has not been located. Sudden acquiring of the 30 large dogs is placing a burden on Hillside SPCA in Pottsville. Friday, a Hazleton woman who is no stranger to the law was arrested Thursday after a drug deal was witnessed by police. An officer on patrol witnessed a drug sale between 28-year-old Hilda Mora Polanco and another man in the area of 2nd Street and Lafayette Court. Mora Polanco allegedly had a pack of heroin in her fanny pack in plain view. Police also found that she had heroin, crack cocaine, and marijuana in her possession. She was sentenced back in 2017 to 24 months probation for witness intimidation after her brother was charged in a shooting death in Hazleton. After Thursday's arrest, she was charged with possession with intent to deliver and possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. This has been your Week in Review, brought to you by All American Auto Group.
And that's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running. Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions. Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Check them out on the web at georgetowndeli.com. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.